Listen, I bet you didn't know that these patient acquisition secrets that even pros don't share, while every other chiropractor in your area, in your town, fights over the same marketing channels like Google Ads or social media, referral programs, and there are three massive patient pools hiding in plain sight that your competition completely ignores because they don't look like traditional healthcare marketing opportunities. I've helped thousands of independent chiropractors discover untapped patient sources that generate consistent appointment bookings of new patients without competing against other practices or paying premium rates on their advertising. These aren't obvious healthcare connections. They're unexpected environments for most people where people with chronic pain, with long-term stress and serious mobility issues gather regularly, but never get approached by chiropractors who stick to conventional marketing wisdom instead. So it's untapped. Now, the brilliant part here is that these patient sources are relationship-based rather than advertising-dependent, creating instead sustainable referral streams that work regardless of Google algorithm changes that happen all the time, social media platform shifts, or increasing digital marketing costs because your competitors are driving up the cost per click. While your competitors burn budgets fighting over saturated marketing channels, I'm going to reveal three unconventional patient acquisition strategies that tap into communities where potential new patients actively seek solutions but rarely encounter chiropractic options. But the last thing they encounter. I'm Dr. Chris Tomshack, and after helping independent chiropractors build practices for decades, I can tell you that the fastest practice growth comes from finding patients where they gather naturally rather than trying to interrupt them through traditional advertising and Google ads and social media intrusive ads. The first breakthrough principle is what I call corporate wellness infiltration, and it targets the massive employee population suffering from workplace injuries, chronic overuse, and stress-related conditions that most chiropractors never directly access. Most independent chiropractors limit their clinical or their business, their office outreach to traditional healthcare networking or general business groups like BNIs, missing the enormous opportunity within corporate environments where employees deal with repetitive strain, injuries, poor ergonomics, and stress-related tension every single day of the week. Now, what I consistently see across practices that dominate their markets is strategic positioning within corporate wellness programs that puts them directly in front of potential patients who are actively seeking solutions for work-related health issues, whether or not it's a workers' comp claim. So picture this scenario. Traditional business networking involves, like meeting random business owners at chamber events, BNI events, just hoping they might need chiropractic care someday, or they say, hey, I'm interested. Well, corporate wellness infiltration, it's very different. It involves partnering with HR departments and employee wellness coordinators to provide workplace injury prevention seminars, ergonomic assessments, and stress management workshops that position you as a go-to expert for their entire employee population. Same networking effort, completely different patient access, and as well as conversion potential. And only the corporate approach creates systematic exposure to large groups of pre-qualified prospects. It's a far more larger pool. So here's how you apply the same approach. First, research start with the major employers in your area and identify companies with high rates of work comp claims, desk-bound employees or physical labor requirements that really create predictable chiropractic needs. And then second, develop workplace wellness presentations, which don't have to be lengthy by any stretch, and they should address common employee health challenges endemic to that particular business, while positioning your practice as the expert solution without being overly promotional. You just need to share the information. And then third, build relationships with the HR directors and professionals and safety coordinators and employee wellness managers who can provide access to their entire workforce through lunch and learn sessions, health fairs, and wellness partnerships. This creates what I call employee pipeline positioning, where you become the trusted healthcare resource for entire companies rather than trying to reach individual employees through expensive advertising one by one by one. But corporate access is just the first unexpected source, and it's a massive one. Let's go to the second, because the second strategy reveals fitness industry partnership potential, and it taps into the absolutely huge population of exercise enthusiasts and weekend warriors and so forth who regularly experience injuries, mobility problems, mobility limitations, and performance plateaus that chiropractic care can obviously address. This pattern emerges when smart doctors, or smart chiropractic clinic owners understand that fitness facilities, yoga studios, martial arts schools, Pilates studios, and there's a boatload more, and of course recreational sports leagues are filled with people who actively invest in their physical health but often lack access to professional guidance when injuries or limitations or mobility problems arise. They don't know what to do. So they go to their primary care physician. Now, in my experience with independent chiropractors who've built thriving practices, fitness industry partnerships, those things consistently generate really higher quality patients who understand the value of investing in their physical performance and recovery. They highly value this process. So picture this scenario. Traditional healthcare networking targets other medical professionals or small business owners who rarely refer patients outside their established networks because they're already built. On the other hand, fitness industry partnerships target like fitness instructors and personal trainers and the facility owners who regularly encounter their clients who are complaining about limitations or injuries but have no professional relationship with healthcare providers who can provide the help that their clients need. So you get the same networking investment, completely different referral source quality and patient conversion rates. It's a massive difference. So here's how you apply the same approach. So first, identify gyms, yoga studios, CrossFit boxes, martial arts schools, Pilates studios, and the like, and recreational sports facilities and training facilities in your area where members regularly push physical limits and as a result encounter mobility issues or performance barriers. They're going to get hurt. Second, offer educational workshops on injury prevention, on recovery optimization, and performance enhancement that interests them because it provides genuine value to the facility members while establishing your expertise and credibility. Third, develop formal referral relationships with these professionals who can the fitness professionals who can recommend your services when their clients experience limitations or setbacks that exercise alone can't fully address. This transforms fitness facilities, and it's a wide range of them, into patient acquisition partners rather than indirect competitors, creating referral streams from people who already prioritize their physical health and they already understand the value of professional care. Now, the third unexpected source amplifies this even further. So the final principle I want to talk about today is what I call life transition targeting. And it reveals how major life changes create predictable windows when people are most receptive to new healthcare ideas, new healthcare relationships, and wellness investments for their health. I consistently see practices miss enormous patient acquisition opportunities by marketing to established routines rather than targeting people during life transitions when they're actively seeking new solutions and establishing new healthcare relationships for their challenges. So what I've discovered from working with successful independent chiropractors all across the country is that people experiencing major life changes are significantly more likely to try new healthcare providers and invest in wellness services than those that are already really settled in established routines. So picture this scenario. This kind of explains it. Traditional marketing targets people in stable situations who already have established healthcare providers and routines that are really difficult to disrupt. Life transition targeting, well, that focuses on people who just moved to new areas, just changed jobs, just got married, just had children, or retired. All situations that create natural opportunities to establish brand new healthcare relationships because they've got new needs. Same marketing message, completely different audience receptivity, and of course, conversion profitability. So what do you do with this? Well, here's your implementation strategy. First, identify major life transition events in your community, such as new resident welcome programs, corporate relocations, retirement communities, and newlywed resources, where people are actively establishing new local connections and service providers. And then second, create welcome packages, which of course has educational materials and introductory offers specifically designed for these people experiencing these new transitions who are naturally seeking different and alternative and new healthcare relationships in their changed circumstances. They are changing their routine, and you need to be present. So then third, establish or build partnerships with real estate agents, employers, wedding planners, and other professionals who regularly encounter people during these high receptivity transition periods. This positions your practice, and it positions you personally to capture patients during natural decision-making windows rather than trying to convince satisfied patients to change established healthcare relationships. What does that do? Dramatically improves your marketing efficiency and, of course, conversion rates and, of course, profitability. So if you're ready to stop competing for the same patients everyone else is, and start instead accessing untapped patient pools that your competitors don't even know exist, let alone how to reach them, visit apexlongevity.com. I've developed patient acquisition systems that help independent chiropractors like you build relationships in unexpected places and create referral streams that generate really consistent appointment bookings without traditional marketing competition or advertising costs. It is a total game changer. So thanks for watching. If you found value here, like, follow, share, and please say something kind. I wish you an amazing day and an absolutely amazing life.